Hello friends, my name is Irene and today I want to talk about the book that I just finished and liked very much actually. This is The Decagon House Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji. This is first Japanese mystery that I've ever read, and this book in particular piqued my interest because it was on the list of 100 best mystery thrillers by Times Magazine, which I'm reading through and actually really enjoying this experience. This is a great list of wonderful books. One of the collaborators on doing this list was Tana French, which talks a lot to me because this is one of my favorite authors. So this book was on that list, and I understand why. This is 4.5, 5-star for me. Maybe for now 4.5, but we'll see how it will be later. This book was written in 1987, and it belongs to Shin Honkaku, New Orthodox mystery genre in Japan. So Honkaku was orthodox mystery genre, which presents fair play, puzzle-like literature, closed circle mysteries, when all the clues are laid in front of the reader, and reader kind of is invited to solve the murder or the mystery before it is revealed. This book is kind of has meta quality to it, which is not prevailed in orthodox mysteries. So this is new orthodox mysteries, a subgenre that was evolving in 80s and 90s in Japan. This is definitely also homage to And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, though there is no need to read Agatha Christie to enjoy this book. These are separate plots. This book tells about, 7 at the beginning students of one of the universities that all are members of Murder Mystery Club. And as they are the most prominent members, that means that they enjoy gathering the most, and maybe they write the more intricate stories for their newspaper. They were presented with nicknames of prominent writers, mystery writers around the world. So there is Poe for Edgar Allan Poe, there is Agatha for Agatha Christie, and so on. Van Dyck, Ellery, Carr, Leroux, you understand. So we meet them on the boat, which is headed to the uninhabited island, where cold mystery case took place 6 months ago. So 6 months ago on this island, one architect, everyone was killed. There was found few bodies of the architect, of his wife, of a few other people that were in the house, and the body of the gardener was not found. So it's unsolved murder. The island was inhabited, and one of these students' uncle, I believe, bought this island, and the structure that still is standing on it. So the Blue Mansion itself was burned down, but there is a Decagon house, which was like a guest house standing on the island, where these 7 students decided to spend a week. There is no connection to the mainland. There is no network, no phones, nothing at all. And they brought some food with them and some provisions and water and everything. And so this is kind of club meeting where they wanted to discuss this cold murder, just enjoy themselves, and maybe write a few stories for their newspaper. This is one timeline. The other timeline takes place at the same time but in different location. On the mainland, one of the members of this club that decided not to join this company on the island receives a strange letter in which he was told that he and others are responsible for the death of one of the students in this member mystery club. And he decided to investigate who also was received these notes, and so that he understood that all the people who are on the island right now received these notes that you are a murderer of such and such. And one of his other friends who he could reach also received this note. So he began this investigation about this murder, cold case, what happened on the island before that. No one on the mainland knows what's happening on the island. And if you've read And There Were None by Agatha Christie, you kind of understand what is happening on the island. And if you haven't read, I don't want to spoil you their, let's say, enjoyment. Well, the surprise at least. This book is unusual for English reader because it is rather abstract, and it's definitely concentrating on a logical puzzle more than a psychology of the people. We know very little about people who are involved. We do not know their characters, maybe just a little bit with some, quick brush strokes. Author paint us the picture of each of them, but we don't know their background, we don't know their motives, we don't know their relationships with each other, or we kind of have a hints of something around that, but very little, which is unusual for us because, for example, Agatha Christie, even And Then There Were None, is based purely on psychology, on understanding the characters, and then on the logical puzzle. Here it is very different. Characters seems like wooden figures on the chessboard, and the chessboard, the Decagon house itself, presents like the biggest mystery. We have some plans of it, map of the island, plan of the house, and everything around it. While reading it, I was much more interested on what's happening on the mainland, not what's happening on the island. Because if you read Agatha Christie, you kind of understand the end of what will happen on the island, and it's not very interesting for you. But I want to say that I guessed only part of the who done it. I didn't understood the whole chain of events, and it was actually really fun to understand it at the end. So I can say that I highly recommend it for all mystery lovers. This is definitely very different from everything I've read before. What I liked about this book, it kind of combined the safety of the Golden Age mystery with the thrilling experience of modern thrillers when the main protagonists are in danger. You are not that involved with the characters, that's why your heart is not stopping with fear for any of them. But this kind of logical understanding what's happening on the chessboard is a really interesting experience. Yeah, I kind of recommend it. I can't say that it is 5-star for me because I definitely would not want to reread it, at least right now. Maybe it is interesting to reread it knowing who the murderer is, to understand which clues author put there for us. But this was a very enjoyable read at the end of the year. I highly recommend. And this is again proof that this 100 best mystery and thrillers list is working for me. Let's say that. I am enjoying reading through it. And this book was very enjoyable. So thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next few days. with another book read. Bye!